2 days ago, I made a tweet outlining my top 5 picks for undervalued NFT art on Nifty Gateway. In this video, we're going to be talking about why I made those picks, and we're going to review how each of my picks did over the past 2 days and what I think they're going to be doing in the future. So there's 3 main criteria that I usually use when I pick undervalued pieces on Nifty Gateway. Number 1 is I kind of look and I understand how the community perceives the art's value out of context, meaning just the physical work of art itself, the sound, the lighting, the motion. Number 2, I kind of look at the popularity of the artist in the NFT community and on social media. And number 3, I look at the scarcity of the piece and the ability for it to rise from a price standpoint, looking just at the prices on Nifty Gateway Marketplace. Now looking at my tweet storm, we can look at the first pick I made, which was Eternal's End by Andreas Wannerstedt. At the time, it was going for $21.50, and if we look at the marketplace now, the lowest price available is $25.50. At the time, it was $21.50, $23.50, and then now it's $25.50. So that kind of shows that in order for a piece to quickly appreciate, there needs to be what I call like a ladder. And I'm going to go into this in a future video, but when it's $21.50, $23.50, $25.50, basically that shows people that if they purchase it now, the floor is going to increase by $200 pretty much immediately. So it's very hard to ignore a price ladder like that. So someone picked it up for $21.50, which is what when I made the tweet, that's kind of where it was at. And then now it's sitting at $25.50. I think $25.50 is still underpriced. I think this is going to be taken, and then there's going to be a little bit of a wall around $26.69 for at least a few days until someone decides to pick up 1 or 2 more of these to drive the price up to $3,000. And look what happens after $3,000, jumps up to $35, $36, $38. So I think in 3 to 5 days, that's what's going to happen. But for now, I knew that $21.50 was extremely undervalued. That's why it was my number 1 pick. Immediately shot up to $25.50, and I think it's going to shoot up to these prices. This is going to get taken fairly quickly. Moving on to the second piece, Lotus Train by Mad Dog Jones. I'm very proud of this pick. It was currently priced at $12,500. Looking at the price of his other collections and also just the hype surrounding Mad Dog Jones and how beautiful the art is, when I first joined the site, I literally wanted to buy this piece. But at the time, it was trading for $12,500. And I called it that it would reach a floor of at least $20K in perpetuity. Now, if we look at where it's trading, at the time, it was $12,500. And then there was a couple pieces. There was 13 and there was 14. And now it's trading at pretty much 18,000 floor. So in the past 2 days, the floor raised by almost $5,000 after I had made the tweet. And I definitely think that these 2 are going to be gone. And then after that, it pretty much jumps to 25,000. So if you have ammo in the clip, definitely grab one of these at this price. You'll never see a Lotus Train at this price ever again. And look how fast the floor jumps right after that. 24, 33, 50. I think it's going to be the exact same path that Dead Ramen is going to take, where Dead Ramen is now, the minimum is 80,000. Obviously, this has lower mint at 67. And this is 148, so it's not going to quite hit 80,000 floor that fast, but I definitely think it's going to hit this 50,000 floor very fast. I'm actually trying to sell off a couple of my pieces so I can scoop this up, within the next 24 to 48 hours, because I think that this is going to leave the station very, very soon. Moving on to the next piece, Somnium by Lefty out there. I picked up a couple of these actually at around $2,000 right when it launched. I think it was very, very underappreciated. This kind of reminds me of a lot of fine art pieces, stuff you would find in the MoMA, etc. Wisby actually picked up like 3 or 4 of these right when it dropped for around $2,000, $2,500. If we look at the marketplace, this is very underpriced for number 4 mint. I would say if you're watching this, go pick this up right now, because once that's gone, you will never see anything below $3,500, especially not in the desirable colors. I don't really like the orange that much, and the market sentiment seems to be pretty much the same. They've been sold for $2,500, $2,700 recently. But in terms of the purple and the blue, I think that these are a $4,000 floor with a minimum of $5,000 very soon. Red is actually pretty good too. If you look at the red floor, someone's underpricing this a lot, and then it immediately jumps up to $7,500. The people who own these, the red one of the Somnium rubrum, they do not want to let go of these. So definitely, if you can, pick that up ASAP. The next piece is the Hortensia chair by Andrés. This piece is so nice. At the time, there was $1,500, $1,550, $1,650, and now $2,000. Going back to what I said, the way the pricing mechanics worked on this piece was that there was 3 that were very undervalued, and they went for $1,500, $1,550, $1,600, and then I think $1,650. And as soon as that was taken, the floor jumped to $2,000, representing at least a 20%, 15% after fees gain for anyone who picked up at around $15,000 when I had made that tweet. So now it's trading at $2,000. There's a very consistent floor across the board. So it's going to take some time before that appreciates past $2,000. But just know that At the time when I made the tweet, it was $1,500. Now the floor is a very steady $2,000. The next piece is Lavish by Baeige. Because this was minted so much, I think there were, let's see, 686 mints, and currently for sale, there's 226. So basically a third of them are for sale, meaning that there's going to be a lot of downward selling pressure until less of them are for sale and the paper hands transfers over to the diamond hands. There's going to be a lot of downward pressure on the price as people keep undercutting each other over and over again. There's a huge wall at the $600 mark. Pretty much everyone wants to offload theirs at $600. I think if they sell it, they make like $10 on the sale or something like that. So good for them. But yeah, this piece when I made the tweet was 560. There's a lot for 560. If you can grab this, just grab one for a long-term hold. I think this piece just had too many flippers grabbing it right out of the gate, which is why there's a lot of downward selling pressure. But if you want to hold something for a month or 2 months, pick one of these up before 600, because once these go and it exchanges hands, then this piece is definitely going to be worth 800 to 1,000 because of how nice it is. And there's a lot of other artists in the community that are actually also very bullish on this piece, kind of pumping it in social media, Clubhouse, whatever. So if you can scoop one of these under 600, definitely pick it up. When I made the tweet, it was at 560. Hopefully you found this video useful and kind of delved into my thought process on why I picked some of these undervalued picks. I'm going to make another video about my top 5 undervalued picks for tomorrow or whatever, not looking back at what I thought 2 days ago as kind of like a review. So you actually have time to act on these pieces. Make sure to please like the video. The channel is growing pretty fast. We're at 320 subscribers. Make sure you leave a comment about anything that you would want me to make a video topic on. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. Peace.